My previous two videos have been aimed at people who can already read basic Thai, and they've reached the next step of trying to decipher the strange fonts they come across in the real world. But I think those people are in quite a small minority, and there are going to be far more people who just haven't got a clue how to read Thai. They might live in Thailand, they might visit Thailand often, they realise it's going to be a very useful thing, they're not necessarily lazy, but they see it as an insurmountable task. You know, when you look at the Thai script, it's nothing like the Roman alphabet. It's not like trying to learn a European language where you're already familiar with ABC. You've got to learn the complete script, handle the language rules, and it just seems so daunting. And it was the same for me when I first started. But after I started to learn, within about 6 months, I was reading fairly competently. And I'll see my kids go through the Thai education system. They begin at 3, and by the time they're 5, they're reading pretty well. Both my kids now read far better than me. So the idea of this video was just try to prove that it's not as difficult as some people think. And I'm not planning on making a long video. This should be much more than 5 minutes. And if there's a response to this one, I can make more short videos. And the idea is you learn a little bit, then a bit more, then a bit more, then as you accumulate knowledge, you will suddenly find yourself being able to read signs and read menus. So let's take a look at the examples that I've prepared. The vowel I'm going to look at today is this one called Sara-e, and it makes like an I sound in English in such words as rid, pin, his, pit, gift, that kind of thing. One significant difference is the order of letters. So in English, it's initial consonant followed by a vowel followed by a final consonant. In Thai, this particular vowel is always written above the initial consonant, with some other vowels that are always written below or always written before or always afterwards, but there's no randomness, it's always consistent. But this one always above the initial consonant. This consonant here is called ho-heep, it makes an H sound, and this one is called no-nu, it makes an N sound. So H-I-N, H-I-N. Basically the same thing as English with consonants and vowels, except that the order of the letters is slightly different. And because the vowel is always written above a consonant, it can't just float in the air on its own. It needs to have something below. And that gives us a problem if a word starts with a vowel sound. You know, if a word starts with an I sound, we need to write something there for the vowel to be written above, but we don't want it to make any sound. And Thai has such a consonant, it's this one, or ang. Sometimes it's referred to as a zero consonant. So this is the Thai word for internet. It's the same word as the English word, just transliterated into Thai. So the first syllable is in. So we need this consonant to be able to write the vowel above, but we don't want it to make any sound. So in, hin. And from this page, that's all you need to remember. He just needs to remember that vowel, what sound it makes, these two consonants, and this is a zero consonant that doesn't make any sound. Here are 3 more examples and 3 more consonants. I need to mention that in Thai, some of the consonants can make a different sound depending on whether they're used as an initial or final consonant. In these examples, we're only looking at them as initial consonants. So this one here, called Lo Leng, makes an L sound, Lin. This one here, Do Dek, makes a D sound, Din. And this one, Go Gai, which is the first letter in the Thai alphabet, makes it sound like a hard G, you know, as in like gate or gorilla or girl, or gin. Now, transliteration systems will transliterate this letter as K, so make it kin, but it's not kin, it's gin. And another problem in transliteration is that in English a G has two sounds. It can have that hard G sound like girl or gate or gorilla, but it can also sound like a J, you know, as in giraffe. So if an English speaker looks at this word, G-I-N, they automatically think of the alcoholic drink and pronounce it gin. But it's neither gin nor kin with a K. It's like that hard G, gin. So that's all there is to it. And with Thai, you may be thinking, well, it's a tonal language. What about the tones? I've written the tones on this side, so it's high tone and then two mid tones. But what I'd say at this point is don't worry about tones. Just worry about getting the basic sound and concentrate on tones later. So this is the second tone mark. If you see a word with a tone mark, don't worry about the tone mark. Don't worry about the tone. Just worry about the basic sound. So just to recap on this page, we've got like an L character, D character, hard G character. The vowel is like an English I, and the final consonant in all the words is N. And on the previous page, H-I-N, and this consonant here doesn't actually make a sound. That's all there is to it. Let me know what you thought. Do you have any questions? Is it too difficult? Did I explain things clearly enough? Is there demand for this sort of thing? I'm struggling to know what to do with this channel. Do I just plod on, or do I can it all together? I've got another non-Thailand related channel that does okay, and it would make far more sense with the way things are at the moment just to concentrate on that other channel. I'm quite disappointed really. When I first started the channel, I was fairly optimistic that there would be quite a lot of demand. Before the COVID thing, there was something like 40 million tourists coming to Thailand every year, and the number of foreigners living in Thailand, the number isn't known, but it's estimated to be between sort of 500,000 and 1 million. And the number of foreigners I've met who can read Thai, I can probably count on one hand. And even speaking Thai, there aren't that many. I watched a video recently, a guy had been in Thailand like several years, had businesses, had problems with staff, and one of the problems he cited was like communication, because the staff couldn't speak English, and he could only say hello and thank you in Thai, like after several years living in the country. I'm just really confused why so many foreigners in Thailand have so little interest in the language. Anyway, perhaps you can give me some feedback, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do, whether I just carry on or just call it a day. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully more videos later.